Alright guys, so now that we have our loop tune, what we're gonna do is we are going to talk about the instrument. Now, in my previous video, I've seen a lot of comments which were asking, can you just tune the main knob? And it would automatically tune everything to 432 hertz. So I wasn't doing like that, stuff like that, because of one thing. First of all, in the previous version of FL Studio, which was like 5 years ago, it wasn't simple as that. Now, ImageLine, like the factory, the guys who are making the software just implemented a new button here, which is not new, but now just by doing a right click, you type in the value over here, and then you can set up the master pitch in 432 hertz. So let's do that. So as you can see, the master pitch is going to be 432 hertz. Now, it's not, I don't know if it's a story of sense or whatever. It's the same that previously you could type the value minus 30. Some people have written it in the comments, minus 31 point, I don't blah, blah, blah. You could, and it would give this value. So, but now there are these decimals, which are not perfectly 432 hertz. This is the first point. Either way, you should start and have your project always with 432 hertz like that. And it doesn't matter that if it's not 432, but 431.9.9 stuff. The only thing is it's going to affect only stock plugins. All right? This is not going to affect third-party plugins. Your Nexus, your Omnisphere, your Serum, your Silenced One are not going to be affected with that. All right? You want to keep this in mind. So we're going to do something like that. So now I've loaded up. Okay, let me choose a preset. Okay, maybe something more. Okay, something simple. We're not trying to make music here. We're just trying to tune our project. So let's start with that. So I have my project here, and let's go. So we do remember that this loop was tuned in okay, B flat major. I told you that sometimes the plugin would detect the relative scale. You have to try with your key. It's not perfect science. It's still a computer program, and you have to use your ear if it's not in the correct key, but 99 times out of 100 it is. So now it's B flat major. So what we want to do, okay, I'm gonna press B flat. You can see that the FL Studio plugin is now tuned at 432 Hz. Before, you would have to tune with that knob over here and put this value, okay? This was the main knob value before. So you would have put the value which is here on the top knob over here previously. Now ImageLine has implemented the master pitch on the top knob. You don't have to do this anymore. So I'm gonna reset and I'm gonna do this like that. So now that this main knob is enabled, it's gonna affect each and every one ImageLine stock plugin. I'm gonna load up whatever FL keys, okay? It's in tune. So now I'm gonna do something. So now that these two plugins are in tune, I'm gonna create a new pattern, play some very quick melody like that, some basic chords. All right. All right, this is one basic pattern. I'm going to delete this one. No, I think it's too. All right, like that should be better. All right. Okay, this is corny. We're not here to play music, we are to tune stuff. So now that we have this very basic FL keys, I'm just here to show you that the plugin is gonna detect it at 432 Hz. Alright, and this is stock FL Studio. So now this is tuned with that main knob. Okay, now we are going to use our previously used 432 Hz piano on Nexus, which is here, as you can see, tuned in 432 Hz. Now that we're playing another melody together, all right. Let me show you this, guys, so you can see it. So first one is stock image line, and now, okay, I'm not responsible for the quality of the music. This is just some random notes, okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna use something else than a piano in Nexus. So I'm gonna use whatever, a voice, for example. Alright, guys. So now we have two instances of two different instruments. The first one is a stock FL . Alright. So the first one is a stock FL keys, which is tuned here with that knob, and the second one is a third-party plugin, in this case Nexus, which is tuned as I've shown in my previous video, which is tuned into this tab here. As I've shown in my previous video, I'm gonna load another one, which is in this time contact 5, and here the master tune is here, 432. Alright, I'm just copying this setting. Okay. Okay. So now that you have that, you can either compose with only plugin like that, or you can also, so I'm gonna turn off this pattern. Okay, I'm gonna create a new one. So the internet loop was in B flat. All right, so now I'm gonna compose in B flat, always with the same plugins. So this is the third-party plugin. So all right. This is the FL keys. Just like that. Guys, be organized in your project. I don't know how some of you guys, if you're working with a studio or whatever, when you export your tracks, even if you mix them, you have to be organized. I don't know how some of you guys are working with just the name of the claps or whatever, just like randomly here on the mixer. This is not professional, and this is gonna make you lose lots of time when you're working with somebody, when you're going at the studio, this kind of stuff. If you are fine with that, just do in your particular way, but I would suggest that you be organized here in your tabs and here also in your mixer. So with that said, now we're gonna compose around a loop. Okay, guys, again, this is not a musical competition. This is just some random notes. So this is in B flat. Okay, so I'm gonna just like that. Okay, B flat, major. Okay, just like that. Okay, and now I'm gonna play with this. For the one that don't know the scale, okay, minor, you're gonna have to do guys like me, for instance. All right, but I think no, it's major. Okay, why this? This is not very clear. No, it's major. Okay. This nut is off. Okay, this is the correct nut. All right. Again, we're not making a beat here. We're just trying to compose at 432 hertz. So now that we have this basic pattern, so it's just to show you that how to create something in harmony between one loop that we've previously tuned with this knob here, with the plugin auto key, and an image line stock plugin, which we've been tuning here, setting the master pitch here, and typing in the value. Okay, again. So, again, when you type the value 432 image line, I don't know what they've done with the decimal, but it's not perfectly precisely, and we can't do even more. Even if I type this kind of stuff, okay, look, I'm gonna have, if I'm right clicking here, it's gonna be here, because it's a mathematical formula calculated with the cent, and it's always 32 cents. So I hope in the next version of the soft, they're gonna make it even more precise. So, but at the moment, and also as I've told in the previous video, sometimes it's, you know, when you were playing instruments with your guitars and with your pianos in the time when we were playing real instruments, it wasn't always perfectly tuned. There was always very little sense, so it's fine. It's fine. This is tuned. This is in 432 hertz. So let's go. All right. So this is the third-party plugin, the stock plugin. Now we're gonna use. Okay, let's take another one. For instance, this one. So here you have to, I'm not gonna do all the softwares out there. Each time that you're using one of your favorite synth, you just have to find if there is a tab. Generally it's either in the system knob here. So as you can see, I'm using this VST, so it's already pre-used at 432. Basically stock plugin would have been on 440. You have to each time, and you have to find your favorite synth. For example, I'm sorry to have to say that, but I'm not using very much some synth that I've used to like, but they don't have this global tune knob. So use, and now you're gonna have to have to use your usual synth. There is Avenger, there is Nexus, there is Omnisphere, there is Contact. After all, there is Serum, of course. And then I'm gonna show you also how to tune just right after the synth that don't have this global tune knob, but you want to favorize, you want to privilege the synth that have this global tune knob. So now, okay, just whatever. Okay. Okay, no. This is some kind of see? So now even with a synth that's already have a global tune on 432, it's in tune. Okay, this preset is horrible. Okay, now we're gonna do something else. we're gonna load up Silent One, which is a plug that doesn't have basically the main knob. So if the makers of this synth are watching this, would be very appreciated to, if they want, of course. So now I'm gonna load up something completely. So now I'm using it as a bass. So we said B flat. All right. All right. So previously I told you to use the basic init plugin. So where is it? Okay, it's here. It's been a long time that okay, I've told you to use that, then to tune with this knob, okay, and then to replace with the preset you would use. I've been constating that this does not work for every preset, as some would be like that, 33 cents, and some would need to be like a lot more. I don't know why, but it's like that. So with Silent One or with any other synth which are don't have a master knob, I am now recommending to use the auto key plugin. So now that we have that, you just have to turn off any other musical part, even the drum, okay? And now you play only the synth part. So let's just put that in a new pattern like that. All right. And now it's gonna be detecting the key of Silence One. All right. So auto key. Okay, it's in 434. Look, this is not, these synths are not even, I'm just gonna use this because some this might not be the same. Look, it's not. Now it's 436. Okay. So now with this preset, that's why the previous way to tune Silent One was not very correct. So 5 years after, I'm just showing you the correct way, but this plugin wasn't existing at the time. So each and every time that you change, that's why I'm not using this kind of synth anymore, because in image line synth with that knob, if you change any preset, it's always in tune. And with Nexus or Contact or Omnisphere, whatever preset you're using, it's gonna be always with the main node, the global tune mode or Avenger, that as I've shown before. So here we are. So I'm always hitting control from some area minus 63. We were good, but I changed the... I don't know why. All right, we're back. So now we are... And here we are. We have now a tune loop and Silent One, which is a non-global tune synth. Okay. Now I'm gonna, at the same time, Contact 5. I'm gonna use the previous pattern. Which is in VPS Avenger. And then you have it. This is how to tune your instruments. So I'm gonna do a recap for everybody, and I'm gonna... Okay, so ImageLine stock plugins. Here, right click, type in 432, and it's gonna affect each and every one, each and every plugin of ImageLine. All right. Non-global tune plugins such as Silent One, okay, and sometimes old plugin as well. They don't have the global tune mode. You choose your presets, then you load up AutoKey, and then you tweak this knob right here. You tweak this knob right here, and then you're waiting for AutoKey to show that you are in 432 hertz here in the top corner. When you're playing here, it's in 432, right? And for those plugins, for the plugins who have the master tune, you just type in, so Contact here. If you Avenger, as I've shown you here in the global tune, Omnisphere, it's in just check my previous video. I show... Okay, I'm gonna load it up. Okay, Omnisphere. Okay. All right. It's here in the system tab. Okay, master tuning. So here we are. I covered everything. So now no, you can say something in the comments if you have something to say, but I covered everything. So enjoy. And if you have something constructive to say in the comments, of course, this would be highly appreciated. All right. See you in the third part, guys. Bye.